Connecting the Lewis terminus at Tallaght with the final stop of its sister line in Sandyford. It's called the Dublin Mountains Bus. Now in its second year, it runs on weekends and bank holidays. So this week we decided to leave the car at home and bus it.
We enjoyed the idea that was brought to us that, people were looking for access to the mountains, but there was no real service there for them. When we got involved, we saw that there was an opportunity to run a bus service up there. There are lots of activities and things you can do in the Dublin Mountains, so connecting it to something like the Lewis was an ideal situation.
If you get a day like today, there's no other place like the Wicklow and Dublin Mountains to walk in, and it's so accessible now, especially with this bus. You don't need to be worried about your valuables in your car or anything like that. You can just jump on the Lewis, have the rucksack, and away you go.
Came over on the Lewis, the dart on the Lewis, and right there the Lewis stopped and got onto the bus. So here it goes.
I'm going up to meet a couple of friends in Johnny Fox's pub. We're going to have a bite to eat, and then we're going to go for a short walk around Dublin Mountains.
There's always this car problem about where to park and bring it through town and that sort of thing, so having the public transport is great.
The Dublin Mountaineer bus is running now through the summer and will run up until the mid-October, and it runs just the weekends and bank holidays. It is €5, you can hop on and off, or €12 for a family. The bus runs from the Sandyford Lewis 3 times a day and then heads over to Tallaght and then goes back from Tallaght 3 times a day. There's a number of different stops all along at the main forest recreation areas, so to Braddon, Crua, Hellfire. It also stops in Glencullen, so it's a great service for the local community there as well. If most people come up to go for a walk.
Well, I found out about this bus, the Dublin Mountaineer, and since then I just use it all the time. It's fantastic value, €5 for the day, and you can start from A. You can do an A to B walk, I call them. I think they're known as linear walks, which means you don't have to double back and all that kind of thing. I love these hills. They compare with anything I've seen abroad in Spain, France, everywhere I go. It's just fantastic. You might hear a bird, you might see a deer. It's so peaceful, and the air, of course, is just absolutely beautiful. I'd recommend initially do short walks. Very, very important to get a good pair of socks, proper socks, and a proper pair of boots.
So if you want to find out information about the Dublin Mountains, the best place to look would be the Dublin Mountains website, which is dublinmountains.ie, and it has a range of information with maps, information about the sites, the different walks available.
Generally, the feedback has been very positive. People are happy. They are happy that it is a very cheap service overall. Fred, who sent us a Christmas card with all his bus tickets on it, saying what a wonderful time he had and he looked forward to doing it all again next year.
It's just a pity that more people don't know about it, because I'm sure if they tried it once, they'd want to do it again.
I'm a happy hill walker, and I'm going to keep walking for as long as I can.